The Anachronauts. They travel through time by downloading history to their brains and archive the past in order to save the future. With their trusty brain download computer, the Epoch Traverser, they randomly visit the past year after year. Join them as they embark on their next adventure. Prepare yourself for Anachronology.
Oh yeah, 97. We are back. Welcome. We're still here. 1997, our year of choice. This episode on Anachronology. It's been fun. We've gone through two categories thus far. Talking a little advertising, talking some food. We've talked conspiracy theories, some then and nows. We've had a blast. It's been a pretty fun episode thus far.
Well, I guarantee I echo that sentiment. It's definitely been a fun episode. We're rounding third base on the way to home. We've got one more category to go for you guys. And I'm just taking a little sneaky peeky of what's coming up here, AI producer. And I don't know if any one of y'all out there in Anachronology land remember this, but there's a couple things on here that I remember. So I think we should definitely see what the old tabloids have in store for us.
Hey, tabloids. That's right. I think Clay mentioned it before, the idea of even people going, what is a tabloid? And it's true. Like tabloids, take on different shapes, take on a different look, I think, with every generation. It's the tea, it's the shit talk, it's the gossip. And it's usually pretty nefarious. It's pretty negative. It's juicy. And in the 90s, it took a lot of, obviously we had television, we had like Entertainment Tonight, Hard Copy, we had all like the fucking terrible talk show circuit, and then magazines were the fucking thrill to dish out all that juicy goss.
And these things like stayed in the news cycle. It wasn't like it showed up at 11 a.m. on your feed of your phone, and then by an hour later there's something else. This was like these were the hot topics that until something new and better came along, this is what was hammered home across, like Tom said, it was on TV, whether it was in print. The internet didn't exist yet, so this was what was shoved down the populace's throats when it came to talking about things that you didn't know that you didn't know.
100%. And let's get into 97 tabloids. You really couldn't open a goddamn magazine, you couldn't turn on a goddamn station without hearing people bitching about how terrible of a parent Michael Jackson was. Michael actually birthed his first child, Prince, in 1997, and then obviously continued to have children. I think he had two children. He had a boy and a girl. The girl's name escapes me.
Oh, gee, there was, oh God, Prince.
Paris.
I was going to say Paris. Blanket.
So thank you. Blanket, Paris. There are three. My apologies. Blanket, Paris, and Prince Jackson are the three heirs to the Jackson throne. And in this time, between, I would say, like 97, even until the fucking like early 2000s, there was, of course, the incident where he just like dangled his child outside of a fucking balcony window in Paris and people lost their shit. Or he like made them wear veils and shit. He was a very weird, strange parent, obviously. He's fucking Michael Jackson. I would ask people like, what the fuck did you expect this to be?
I come on. Even just looking at these,
he had a monkey, man.
He had a amusement park to literally lure children to. He didn't have like adults over. He was like, no, this is just for Michael and his friends who are not over the age of 10. I don't know if it ever has been proven via the way of DNA, but is anybody kind of wondering that this dude was the real biological
father? Let's get into that comparison, because I'm with you, my friend. I think there's something quite awry there. It does not seem correct. But again, did you get the Jackson's Christmas card this year? How fucking adorable. Like he is fucking terrifying. These kids are just being kids, but he is just, look at this guy. I mean, he's
he wanted
he's
him
ready. He's the fucking ghoul in Fallout. He got to a point where he was so just shockingly like transformed. It was like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah, and having as much money as he had, I mean, he could do whatever he wanted, which I guess includes like
Everyone.
telling I don't know who, but he was probably paying off people to be like, "No, you just tell them that they came from my balls. You just tell them.
Maybe.
You
I
just tell
agree
'em.
that you control the narrative,
Yeah,
right?
you
And I
just
mean,
tell
he has
'em."
all the money to do that, but you're right. And it's like, even his kids now, like, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Paris turned out all right. She looks great. I mean, she's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. Do I see any Michael Jackson in there? No, not really. To be perfectly honest with you, it's I'm not catching it. Maybe in the eyes or something, but everything else.
I mean, I know Michael Jackson, given his condition that he had, he ended up not the way he, started out looking like, complexion wise, but there is no way in hell that chick is half
I
Michael
don't
Jackson.
think
There's
so.
no way in
Or
hell.
it's just like whatever the because like obviously it was like he used a surrogate woman, right? Like he used his sperm quota. He did. And of course, what he says he did is he
Yeah.
used the sperm. I'm not quite sure how much of Michael Jackson's sperm is in this.
Yeah, it might be a little swirl action going on
Yeah, a
with
little swirl action. But yeah, I mean, she's a very beautiful woman nowadays. The son, however, I mean, like, if that guy came up to me and said Michael Jackson is my dad, I'd be like, no, he's not.
I'd be
I mean,
like,
this guy looks like a fucking billiard champion.
dude,
Like, what the fuck is this guy?
I was gonna say he looks like
Prince
the
Jackson.
the owner of a tire shop, and he's pissed that he had to show up on his day off. Like he's like, God damn it, why the hell am I down here?
My dad said I could quit this shit anytime I wanted. I have a fucking, I have a huge fucking inheritance. Okay, dude. Yeah, your dad isn't Michael Jackson. So yeah, I'm something screaming off there. It's really weird. And then again, just like everybody back in that time being like, oh my God, everybody should have seen the fucking red flags. Bro, he was red
The red
flags.
flag.
There were red flags everywhere. He was parading around in red flags that he obviously shouldn't have been a parent and that he was obviously touching little kids. Let's not bullshit it anymore. Beside of your music, MJ. Sorry, the rest of it just didn't clock out. So no good. MJ. Also 97 tabloids. Everybody was talking about Madonna being a mom. Madonna's going to be a mom. Madonna's first child, Lourdes, was born in 1997, and obviously her journey into motherhood was highly publicized.
Okay, now didn't she never divulge who the dad was of this broad?
I'm not
Right?
sure. I do think it's known. I know it's known now. If it was known then, I don't know. But I feel like he's an athlete. He was like a soccer player or something. Like
I think he was up.
Lourdes has obviously some. She has some. Here, let's cut to the clip. There's obviously she's got mommy's tongue, but
Mhm.
it looks like probably other things. But this is obvious. You can see here that she has some kind of possibly Spanish blood in her. So I don't know if like Madonna got freaky with some like fucking
Well,
soccer star.
yeah, she got freaky with a bunch of people, but yeah, I guess I think I also remember seeing or hearing that too, that it was some dude who was like 20 years younger than her, and I believe he was from South America, the Caribbean, something. Now that's kind of like ringing some bells, given all the tabloid reading I did back in '97.
Yeah, but I mean, again, this was like, when you're fucking Madonna and you all of a sudden are now going to be a mom, it's like, I'm sure that transition to it was like, what the fuck is Madonna going to be like, like as a mom? And I mean, are you fucking surprised that she's anything but this? Like that's what makes, again, just call a fucking spade a spade. She looks like a Bond villain, like she's just a fucking weird, artsy, uber sexual performer that is, probably now just like even struggling to keep any relativity,
Yeah, I wonder too if like whoever she had impregnated her. I wonder if that dude was like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna knock up Madonna. I'm gonna be on Easy Street. She probably kicked that dude to the curb as soon as it was convenient. You know what I mean? Like just have a couple photo ops and like get the fuck out of here. I'm Madonna. You're nothing. Like I'm Madonna. You're nothing. I'm wearing an eye patch being interviewed by Barbara Walters. What are you gonna fucking do?
She like that was in the rider. She had to wear the eye patch while being impregnated. I mean, stranger things have happened, but yeah, I mean, it's just funny. And I think Madonna since that point has had multiple kids. She has like She's adopted children and has had children of her own. But
Had a
Lourdes
couple
is
Guy Ritchie, yeah.
yeah, Guy Ritchie she had kids with, made a terrible movie with him,
Oh, yeah.
ruined his career. Moving on, of course AI producer ruined it, but hey, Ellen's gay. Ellen's gay, everybody. I don't know if you knew that. In 1997, Ellen DeGeneres publicly came out on her TV show. Obviously, a groundbreaking covered moment where a network television show would even allow a person to say they were gay, let alone their big star, Ellen DeGeneres. Aired April 30th, 1997. Yeah, and she got to like come out with Laura Dern, which is hot. You know, they didn't make out or anything, which would have been fucking sweet.
I think there's
But,
probably like the perfect storm for her. Like, how the hell anyone didn't realize, or like the general public couldn't like put two and two together that Ellen DeGeneres was gay. But I definitely think there was probably this perfect storm that you know, she's white, not like terribly at this point in time, like she wasn't terribly unattractive, right? So even for like a woman whom, even if she wasn't overtly like crazy womanly, it was like, oh yeah, she's not a bad looking lady, and she also was not fat. So I think there's like a lot of trifecta that was going on where it was more, I guess, acceptable, even though it shouldn't be a problem anyway, whether she's gay or straight. But the ability for what was she on, ABC, NBC, whatever her show was on,
I think it was.
ABC, for them to like say, hey, that we can give a green light to this because she is going to be palatable to the American public.
Yeah, you're right. It's easy to swallow. Everybody takes it down, and you know. And
it's not like she was some, you know, like uber butchy kind of like, you know, stereotype.
She's
Yeah,
gay.
like she's an alien. Yeah.
And you know, then eventually it was that's it. She's cool. We're gonna give her a show. She's gonna come out and dance all the time. It's fun. People are gonna fucking love it. And then eventually she's gonna lock down Portia de Rossi. And as one would do when you're a powerful lesbian, you're like, bitch, you're mine. And yeah, owned her ass. And I think they're still married.
Yeah, and there's probably, this seems like a I don't want to
opportunity.
I don't want to you know, spit in the face of true love, but I think De Rossi was like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking call it. I'm just gonna call, yeah, yo, Ellen, yeah, whatever, wife me up. I'm just gonna call it. How much money do you get paid? Yeah, whatever. Let's go live in Sonoma. Let's go have a vacation home and, you know, Telluride.
And Ellen Sugar Mama probably ain't a bad deal. I mean, it really ain't. And
hey, we all make our choices in life, and Portia de Rossi made the choice that I'm going to scissor Ellen and have everything taken care of forever.
And nail that audition for Arrested Development, baby.
Yeah, she, like, Ellen is actually looking at her like sensually, and she's looking at her like, you got you're gonna pay me. I'm looking at that bank account.
Like not at her, but through her.
Through her, yeah.
Which is right on par for Ellen DeGeneres, and obviously the path that she took. 97. Let's get into the downer moments in as there always is in tabloids. Let's talk about some death. Let's talk about Gianni Versace. This motherfucker was gunned down and murdered in his Miami home. The renowned Italian fashion designer was murdered on July 15th, 97, outside his Miami Beach mansion, Casa Casuarina. He was shot twice in the head by Andrew Cunanan.
Cunanan, that's
Cunanan,
Cunanan.
Free killer who was already wanted for several other murders.
Yeah, he fucking like that was his last stop on his like murder spree.
Wild.
Yeah, I remember because I remember his Versace, Donna Versace, right? His sister. I remember she kind of like took over his empire, but she was saying like, I remember seeing her like sunglasses on, like talking to the press or whatever. And she's like, this, like, because everyone was saying like this was they were gay lovers or whatever, this guy, and she was like, no, this Cunanan dude is fucking out of his mind. He had already killed people before he seen my brother. Yeah, this is a fucking, this dude was just a loony toony killer of opportunity. Fucking he shot him at like when he was either like getting his mail or coming back from walking his dog. On the front step of his home. Yeah, something just
very
like really
public.
Yeah,
I think there were photos or something. Like it was a very public killing, and again, motives unclear.
Yeah, dude was crazy.
But it said that Cunanan was stalking Versace. He says the murder shocked the world and brought immense media attention. Cunanan's subsequent manhunt ended with a suicide 8 days later. They hunted this fucking guy down, and he was like, "I'm out. I gotta check out. I'm done."
Dang. So hey, and
It's not.
to the I mean, obviously this guy passed away or murdered in '97, but his
Right.
brand recognition of his name, Versace, still carries the name
Yeah, dude.
of quality. So hey, man, at least you may not be around today, but at least your handbags and clothing is still adorned by rappers with more money than I will ever see.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I could get a fake, but
Yeah,
that's
right.
about it. Yeah. So on the train of death in 1997, yeah, dog, we lost Christopher Wallace,
Oh man,
aka
B.I.G.
Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. Rapper was gunned down in 1997, March 9th, 1997, in Los Angeles after attending a party. Wallace was shot multiple times in a drive-by shooting while sitting in the passenger seat of his vehicle. Now they tied this obviously to the East Coast West Coast beef, the rivalry that was coming between him and Tupac Shakur. There was a lot of chat about, was this an inside job? Was this a hit on this guy? Obviously something was orchestrated. And I even think even until most recently, I was actually surprised in our research for the tin hat segment that the whole Notorious B.I.G. killing didn't come up, because I know there's a lot of tied in weird conspiracy shit with that. Were the police involved in it? And if I'm correct, I think most recently they actually charged somebody in the murder of him a few years ago.
I know there was one with Tupac. I know this guy got charged with Tupac, and I feel like you are right. There is somebody with Biggs, but I also heard something too where it was like, again, this is all tabloidy rumory, but like Puff Daddy, I think with both of them, even though he was friends with
Wouldn't put it past
Big, yeah, it's like there's even rumors that Diddy had a hand in
Diddy did it.
Diddy did it.
Motherfucker, Diddy. Yeah, you just can't trust Puff Daddy. He's always there. He's in the wings,
Who's hot? Who's not? Who's shot?
A bitch. All right, so let's take a look at actual Notorious B.I.G.'s death that was caught on video. Let's take a look right here. I mean, honestly, this is I think AI producer's wrong. This is actually a scene from the Notorious
B.I.G.
Let's see a cinematic reenactment of Biggie getting killed.
Oh man, this is son. It's like a son playing too, isn't it?
Right. Don't get in the car, yo. Done.
Dude, was he like 24 or 25?
Young guy. I love the fucking GTA fucking sound drop. Was that what was actually playing in the car?
No doubt, we do.
The top,
we're gonna live
Right
forever.
on Wilshire. Right on Wilshire.
What's up, Mom?
Hollering at some bitches. Here it comes.
Well, you had it, Ma. You feel me?
Yeah. Matt, I wonder if that was happening. He was hollering at some fly bitches, and then they just rolled up on him. Oh,
Damn.
iced.
Get done, dude.
And then that needle drop happened again.
Damn.
Killer,
Biggs.
man. Absolutely killer. Now, this was crazy. I don't know if this is real. In our research, we found this. Now, this is quoted to be a video, a real video, not this fucking actor reenactment shit of
Not this
the shooting, of the night of the shooting. Now, I got more questions, really, because this seems a little weird to me, but let's watch it down. This is apparently a person that just so luckily had a video camera on the night that fucking
in 1997
murdered.
All right.
Okay.
This is kind of like
the vehicle that he's in. Again, who just on hand had this like camera in the 90s? All right.
I've definitely never seen this.
Never seen this before either.
Oh.
All right. So obviously it starts, you hear like three or four shots, and now these people are filming the commotion. Again, I don't really know. It just says, this person says, found this video online, wanted to upload it. Again, nowadays with lots of things, you don't know what's doctored, faked, but this is on the playlist if you want to check it out, if it has any validity or it is actually that.
Yeah, awful convenient.
Really fucking convenient to have had that ready to rock and film that. So I'm not sure, but really a tragic moment. I mean, another just a young, super talented artist cut down in his prime. Like Pac, who died as well. I think those guys just were immortalized. They just kind of, I think their music even today, just like, I don't know. I'm a little snobbish to that kind of period of time with hip hop. And it's good. It's still great. I can listen to it and it still thumps.
Yeah, definitely don't know what kind of, or what their flow or sound would be like nowadays, but I guarantee you, if Biggie and Tupac heard what the fucking rap that was coming out now, they'd be like, what the fuck is this shit?
I don't know what they would feel. They'd want to get shot again. Moving on. John F. Kennedy Jr. marries Carolyn Bissett. They had met in the early 90s. It was definitely a very publicized love affair. Secret ceremony, September 21st, in Cumberland Island, Georgia. And they were just like, they were the whole, like the hot it couple. He was obviously a very popular person just because he was a Kennedy, son of JFK. He was very much in the news and the media a lot. And sadly, they were in the media when they both fucking horribly, tragically died in a fucking plane crash in 1999, July 16th. But
I think her sister was in the plane too. He was piloting it.
Ah, that's right. Oof.
So to talk about like tin hat stuff, obviously the son of JFK, who was behind his murder? Did they kill him like his dad? From what I remember from hearing about the speculation is he was not, even though he had his pilot's license, he was not. He didn't have like either enough hours or not certified to travel like at night and do like some sort of like night landing. And he, I guess, got confused by the instrumentation and took that. I think it was also like bad weather, but yeah, it ended up in they never found the plane, never found them, just went in the fucking ocean.
That's scary. Yeah, you're right. Another possible candidate for our earlier Tin Hat special was this, because this just stunk of like, you're right. I mean, talk about the goddamn family, JFK himself, like it just wrapped in conspiracy. So super weird, super young couple, a sad, tragic end to both of them. I think he was obviously kind of like possibly being oiled as like the next leader of the Democratic Party. Was
he was supposed to run for Senate. I think he was supposed to run for Senate in New York against Hillary. So that was the other, like, did the Clintons have something to do with it?
I'm sure they did. They killed everybody.
Right.
Hey, baby, bring on Marv Albert.
Yes, from downtown.
Yeah, big Marv Albert scandal in '97. Basically, the sportscaster's sexual assault trial and subsequent conviction were heavily publicized in 1997. So it turned out old Marv Albert here had a little proclivity and liked wearing women's panties and punching and biting people. And it got the best of him. So basically,
it's like in a cheap hotel too. It wasn't even like a Four Seasons. It was some dive.
Right, probably. He was accused of sexual assault and battery by a 42-year-old woman.
Yes.
The allegations include that Albert had bitten her multiple times and forced her to perform sexual acts in a hotel room.
Yes.
The case went to trial, and Albert initially pleaded not guilty. However, during the trial, a plea agreement was reached, and Albert pleaded guilty to misdemeanor assault and battery charges. And obviously the case garnered significant media attention, obviously showing that this guy was a fucking freak.
I'm going to wear women's clothes and smoke crack and punch you in the face.
Yes. Yeah. I loved every fucking minute of it. Yeah, that was a weird one. And especially for, I think, the time of it happening, it's like, it's just one of those things where it wasn't, that was a weird thing to kind of fall out in the public. And I think was on, now this shit would be mild. But like back then people were like, he did what? What?
Yeah, the dude was on national TV commenting on basketball games, like his from down, his voice synonymous with
Iconic.
sports, and then like he was off TV for like once he got like, dude, I can't remember how long he was off TV, but I feel like I remember something. I can't remember who was on the
Yes.
broadcast with him when because he got back on
Yeah.
TV after
He got
so
back
many
into
years.
it. He
Yeah, yeah.
retired as a
Yeah,
sportscaster, you
yeah.
know?
So, and I think like they were like, Marv, it's great to have you back on TV. Like, just they kind of glossed over it. Like they didn't, they didn't bring up any of obviously his this mugshot or
The
anything. But
elephant in the fucking room that you're
yeah,
a fucking
just
absolute freak.
on a long enough timeline and a big enough plea deal, you too can wear women's clothing in a hotel room and be high on crack punching a prostitute, and everything will work out just fine.
Yeah, you'll retire the
Yeah, in
sportscasting
the Hall
legend.
of Fame. Yeah.
Hells yeah, with a small tiny asterisk that tells about the time that you bit and punched a woman at a fucking Super 8. Moving on in tabloids, we would be remiss not to mention the rise of Hansen. The Hansen brothers. Hansen. For anybody that doesn't know what a Hansen is three brothers that got together and rose to fame in 1997 with their hit single, Mbop. That's 3 M's B.O.P. From their debut album, Middle of Nowhere. The song became a global phenomenon, lightly putting it, reaching #1 in multiple countries. The album sold millions of copies and basically, again, made these three little fucking blonde boys incredibly famous. And this song is a horrible, horrible earworm from the 90s. And we can thank these three little son of a bitches for it.
What's another to bring up another Family Guy joke where it's like Quagmire, it's like if you could be with any famous pop star, who would it be? He's like, that's easy, Taylor Hansen. They're like, Taylor Hansen's a boy. He's like, no, it isn't. It's like, because that dude, they all good, they're all could have, I don't want to say like androgynous, but they definitely looked a little more feminine than masculine. But
what's really strange is I gotta hand it to the Hansen brothers. At some point or another along their long career since the 90s, since 97, I would think at some point you get sick and tired of hanging out with your brother, singing the same fucking song. But these guys have lasted the test of time. Let's peek in on Hansen brothers years later. Now here's a Mbop rendition 25 years later. And boy, is it fucking different.
All right. Is this gonna slap?
Do I like Hansen now?
Oh, okay. Haircut. All right. He's
like okay. Let's do a little analysis here. Already, we're showing strong. This one Hansen brothers like, I can grow facial hair. I can get edgy. I look different. A lot of the long hair's gone. We're all kind of like clean cut.
I'm gonna go to the YouTube page and screen grab some of this. I need my haircut. So I'm like, can you give me the 25 years later older brother Hansen, please?
We get that a lot here, just up on the wall.
Look at a little Emil Hershey.
Yeah,
a little Into the Wilderness,
and they've knocked that down. Yeah, they've knocked that down an octave so they can all kind of comfortably get down on it. But they're like young, like prepubescent fucking falsetto is gone, baby.
Oh yeah,
it's gone.
Oh, is it? Where's the little one on the drums?
We're gonna see him next.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get that harmony. Like, okay, and then it's funny that there's like the random bass player, like you're not even a Hansen brother, you just like show up on stage to play all the other instrumental parts. Yo, I'm the bassist in Hansen. They have a bassist?
If they made it's if Whiplash was around a bass player instead of a drummer, it would have been that kid. If only I missed out.
But it's not my Hansen tempo. Show the fucking brother.
Oh, this is like youth group. This is just no bueno.
There he is.
There he is. Hey!
He was like the little fucking like cheeky little spry one. Yeah, of course he's still on the drum.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's sadder than these guys still showing up to county fairs and singing this, or the people that are dancing to it in the fucking crowd? Like the Hansen fucking fans must be just fucking insufferable, dude.
So if I had like daughters who were or in her like drive if I had, like some, I don't know, 10, 13, 10, 11, 12-year-old daughter and driving her and her friends in a car, like I would not feel bad if they like this song. You know what I mean?
Pure,
But
it's got a pure thing going for it.
but to your point, if they were if you're a 40-year-old girl or man and you are going to see this in dancing, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Your wife dragging you to the Hansen
Yeah.
concert at the fairgrounds. You're like, babe, come on, dude. What are we gonna stick? I mean, everyone's hanging out to get to fucking Bop.
Yeah. What
Like,
is
everyone's got to suffer through every
is like-
other song that everyone's pretending they remember.
This is like they'll do an opening, like the opening melody where you just get a little bit, then they close with
reprise.
and then they encore with
It's
they
all
got you on the
sandwiched
hook.
into
Yeah, they
Bop,
got you on
man.
the hook.
All Bop. And like, okay, it's kind of like, okay, I would assume, I mean, they've obviously all grown into men, and I wonder, like, through their evolution, like, my big question, the irking question is, what Hansen brother got the most ass? Was it like lead singery, this guy? Was it this guy? Like kind of like I would say, I don't know if he's the oldest brother. He appears to, in my like fantasy, he's the oldest brother.
He's the
That's
oldest brother,
fine.
yeah. He's the oldest brother.
Is he just slaying it because he's the older like leader of fucking Hansen, or is it little dorpy guy on the drums? He's cleaning up, man.
Dude, I bet because he was
What do
the
you think?
rebellious one. I think it was the drummer kid, dude.
I do
think he
too.
was- I think
Oh,
he was
yeah.
slaying, dude.
Fucking slaying it. They were like, bro, save some for the rest of us. Yeah, wow. Hansen just still like just staying in the game. I'll give you props for that. You can sell some fucking tickets for that. Rock and roll. And what I will say is we definitely, looking into AI producer and I looking into Hansen, let me tell you right now, these three motherfuckers were bopping a lot because look at their offspring, dude.
Whoa.
This is the Hansen brood. I mean, these dudes were spreading the seed. The Hansen
Are
seed.
they Mormon or something? What is going on?
I'm wondering that. I'm feeling there's some Hansen culty shit. And like all of a sudden, like all like 25 of their kids are in this band now.
Yeah, there is like a compound that we look at all their like this isn't like a photo shoot at a studio. This is like a room in their collective house, like with all these tapestries and shit on. Like this isn't like we brought these from home. This is their home.
There's 15 kids in this photo. 15 kids. Even if they spread that across each of them, that's 5 kids apiece.
Jesus.
That means they've impregnated a woman 5 times over. Like, this is insane, dude. Like, they're just talk about this. This is the money that Bop gets you. It gets you tons of kids.
So and like the oldest brother looks like he's happy to prove that he got tail. The middle brother, the lead singer, he's giving like the I told you so I could get tail. And the youngest brother, he looks like normal because he's like, yeah, I've been getting tail this whole time. Like he's the only one in this photo. It looks like he's comfortable like taking this photo.
I'm just saying, younger brother Hansen was the first one to get a chick knocked up. There's no doubt he's raw dogging it and was like, you know what, we've made a mistake, but it's a blessing, and we're gonna have the kid. And then like 7 kids later, like, bro, you got to stop having kids. Stop
you
it.
have to tour.
Stop it.
Stop bopping.
Just stop bopping.
I bopped into her.
Yeah, he definitely a lot of bopping going on. So yeah, the rise of Hansen in '97. Moving on, we would do no justice if we didn't mention the dick swinging fucking bachelor life of George Clooney that came up all the time in '97 and in the '90s in general. I mean, just look at this guy. Just he's a fucking shark. He's going at it.
Is that just is that like a actress or someone that I just not like clicking, or is that just like an attractive woman that he just happened to have on his arm, like one of the many?
I mean, great question. I don't know. I know that like at one point, he was dating. Oh man, I can't think of her name. Kelly Preston. Remember?
Okay, yeah.
John Travolta's wife, and she did die. Sadly, she died of cancer years ago. But he dated her for a long time. I felt like he just casually jumped around, dude. And he Clooney'd it up. I mean, especially '97, he's rolling on that Batman money. He's on top of the world. He is Bruce Wayne.
True.
I'm sure he was a regular at the Playboy Mansion, but Yo, George locked it down, dude. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's a smug son of a bitch.
I think I would be like smiling like that too if I came from Attack of the Killer Tomatoes 2 or something. I think it was like his first role, and then you're able to, even if you did have a stinker that is Batman and Robin. I mean, come on, you're literally able to go around Hollywood and just pick up attractive ladies like this. Come on, he was like I mean, I know DiCaprio, like we said, DiCaprio was in Titanic, but I mean, he's got to have however many X amount of years on DiCaprio, even not being like as famous. He had like the Hollywood leading man pull, like not like 20-year-old guy. He's like, I'm 30 something, like you said, Bruce Wayne. Like if there ever was a Bruce Wayne art imitating life or life imitating art, it's George Clooney.
That's a face that's just swatting ass away.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way about it. He's like, my fucking aunt was in White Christmas with Danny Kaye. Suck my dick.
Damn it.
Yeah, and just absolutely Hollywood royalty, slaying it. George Clooney just laying it down. Now he's obviously married with children, living in the fucking Lake Como, doing whatever the fuck he does. Congrats on that. The 90s, oh man, we had to see the Whitney Houston troubles. Sorry, wrong photo. The Whitney Houston troubles. My girl. I mean, she is just looking bad.
Dude, that looks like
obviously crack is whack. Cocaine's hell of a drug. Whatever the fuck she was doing.
That's probably a wig too. That's
dude. She's looking really bad. And this was that sad period. I would say so. Basically, I think like in 2007. Her and Bobby Brown finally got divorced. Now, this is 97, so this is kind of it's starting up. It's like in 97, they couldn't stay out of the fucking news with legal troubles. He was beating her up. All her weird, like, kind of coked out public appearances. Either they were drunk on the red carpet. They were the fucking, like, Bonnie and Clyde of hip-hop, dude. And
R&B.
She was just worse for wear, dude. I mean, that's what you get, dog. It's his prerogative. Like he was.
I mean, look at her too. She's
beautiful,
gorgeous.
Not only just a beautiful person, a beautiful voice, a beautiful spirit, and yeah, bro, drugs ate her fucking up. Ate her the fuck up. Let's roll the tape. We actually have some incredibly interesting.
It's Whitney Houston covering Mbop.
How did you know? Let's see here. What do we get? Here we go. This one is fucking sad. Oh, this one's wacky. So here's Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown interview meltdown. So this is around that time, and you could just tell like they're yakkied up, bro. They're fucking.
Oh, I heard from NBC. Your mom's got the cocktail offer. She's a riot. You guys are like Burns and
Allen. Wait, hold up. Why you gonna call my mama right? She was a trip.
Look at her fanning herself.
My mom was a trip.
No.
My mom was real. Let me just tell you like that. My mom was real. She was coming from the heart. If you can't respect that, then you shouldn't have been here, all right?
Now, can I ask you something?
Yeah, please do.
I'm going to step up because my wife's...
I think it's very special, and I thought this would be a very special night for
My mama tripping.
He's on.
Come on, make it at my birthday party. My mama tripping.
Oh, shit.
Damn, Bobby.
Wow. He was like, how dare you call my mama tripping, losing his shit. They're probably yacked the fuck up in that interview.
A birthday party.
And then this one was fucking, this is just like, you talk about like a fall from grace. I mean, you can tell here. Look at her. She's just openly smoking. Look at this woman. She's just beat.
Wait.
That was a hard battle to come back from. People said,
damn, she not giving a fuck.
Trying to sing.
Man, so
girl.
Yeah, like
crying about Bobby.
Yeah, bro. Just wore her down to a fucking nub.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely don't have the money to party like the Houstons had to party, but I feel like what she is feeling like I have been there the next day, just like fuck, just fucking.
You're just staring at shit that ain't there. It don't even matter. Dude.
Yeah, so I can only imagine whatever the hell she did to herself the night before to get feeling like that. Oh, Whit, you're so pretty, Whit. Goddamn.
Yeah, dude, like just a super sad state of affairs. And I mean, you know, again, you got crazy Whitney in that period of time, and like anything when shit gets crazy, you know, it's like when Godzilla's crazy, you got to bring in fucking King Kong. The government's got to let them fight. You got to bring in fucking Courtney Love. Because she's the only thing. She's the fucking the vinegar. She's the fucking let them fight. You know, like talk about train wrecks in synonymous with 97. Welcome. Let's bring in obviously Courtney Love was a fucking disaster as well in 97. Maybe even at times making fucking Whitney Houston look bad, but she just was all over the fucking press, all over the news. Obviously, Kurt Cobain had been dead and gone by that time. And dude, she just like everything I can always remember from her. She was fucking drunk in interviews. She had a lot of like domestic violence problems. She overdosed and like lost custody to her child in like 2003. So she's just, I mean, she just went fucking hard, man. You talk about that lifestyle catching up with you. She was a fucking terror in 97.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean that's kind of crazy to think that like the person, like you said, the antithesis, the vinegar to the alkalinity to the acidity was Courtney Love. I mean that's how fucking off the rockers both of them were.
Wow, yeah, it's the only way to defeat fucked and coked out Whitney Houston is bringing Courtney Love. Honestly though, you can tell how crazy Courtney Love is when you find in our research 10 unforgettable Courtney Love moments. So let's dive into these and see what these encapsulate.
Loudwire, thank you.
It's also.
What's up, bitch?
Hi, Courtney.
Just crashing people's.
That's Courtney, everybody's favorite. Come on up.
Should we let her come up?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
No,
when you make Madonna blush, holy fuck, dude.
Don't, please.
Come on, Courtney.
No, I went to Truth or Dare with Kurt, and we were leaving. He goes, "That's you." So when we were first going out. Really? Yeah.
Really? Madonna is so fucking pissed off right now. Oh, thrilled. Kurt Loder. He doesn't know what.
I think it was the line where Warren says,
Look at him.
Look at the producer. Yeah.
I don't know.
well, what doesn't belong on camera? Right?
Okay. Madonna's running off.
Was I bumming you out? Were you guys like talking astrophysics and stuff? Bye, Madonna.
Wow. Ran Madonna out of her own interview. Mad props, Courtney. Mad props.
Courtney.
I don't know what the fucking cocktail was there. Here she
Courtney now.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. Oh, Drew, you've had it. But
oh my God. This was all like exhibits A through Z and her fucking child custody battle. All these videos.
You care to explain?
Letterman clip, please.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, what the hell?
I mean, she keeps going. It just doesn't stop.
We all start bands when we're kids, and this is my family I'm looking at right now. All of you, brother Michael, brother Chris.
She barely can remember their name. Dave Grohl's just like, oh my God.
I would ask, what is she on? But I think it's everything. Like she is just everything.
The answer is all the drugs. All the drugs. That would actually be her like autobiography. All the drugs.
Children.
Wow, dude. Yeah. So again, just two forces of drug addiction nature coming together with Houston and Courtney Love colliding in 97. Moving on, I guess, to possibly a lighter note. There was fucking Spice Girls mania, the greatest export of the UK besides tea, the fucking Spice Girls. We were just talking earlier about the Backstreet Boys were another just explosion, I guess, for like male boy band groups in that time. And I think the equivalent for that, the answer, the call was the fucking Spice Girls, dude. The Spice Girls, just for some reason, in the time, in the place, it was just the right moment, and this super strange girl group just emerged and was like super popular for a long period of time.
This is I can't think Oh god, I can't remember. Well, I've like I can't remember the name of their album. Like I know they had one album, if not two, and I think that was it. But their popularity for when they were big was
Crazy.
they were number one, number one song. They had a movie,
Spice World. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
Spice World. They were on top of the world
Yeah.
for being 2-hit wonders, maybe 3 hit.
Yeah, like Wannabe was the one that like
Obviously, yeah.
everybody
The
remembers.
big
That
one.
was the really big one. And then like that's AI producing Say You'll Be There was the other kind of
Okay.
like I guess you'd call that your topped worldwide charts, right?
So for two
But they
songs,
had their own fucking, fandom in the UK. And then their second album after that was, of course, uniquely called Spice World in collaboration with the movie. And they, again, their whole like Hard Day's Night movie thing they had going on with that, which was super strange and weird. But I feel like as fast as they came in, it was as fast as they fizzled out. I mean, nowadays, Homegirl Beckham, Victoria Beckham, she's married to David Beckham. So she moved on.
So Scary Spice, didn't she get knocked up by Eddie Murphy, right?
Yeah, you're
Eddie Murphy
right.
banged
That's
her.
right. Yeah, that's right. She's got an offspring of Eddie Murphy. And then like everybody else, Jerry, I've seen Jerry do things. I think again, they're all just like heralded in the UK, they're adored.
Oh yeah, didn't they do I think I remember seeing something a couple years ago. There was some anniversary or something, and the only one that didn't show up was Beckham. Like the other 4 did, probably because they got paid. And Victoria Beckham was like, "No, I'm not gonna I don't need this money."
You're
Like
sitting on a chair made of money. I don't
Yeah, why would I go?
Spice Girls reunion, you twat.
Yeah, you dumb prods.
Yeah,
Where's
and then
Victoria? Being rich somewhere.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, that was just like a weird fever dream that happened in that time in 97. All into that girl power message. And Spice Girls reigning supreme. What do we got here? 2 more. So rounding the corner, an event that happened in 97 was Macaulay Culkin fought his parents viciously in court. As we can see them here in this adoring picture. But in 97, Culkin was 17 and embroiled in a legal battle with his parents over control of his multi-million-dollar fortune amassed from his successful acting career. Culkin filed for legal emancipation from his parents, Kit and Patricia, citing concerns over their managing of his finances.
All right.
Baller fucking mic drop move, dude. And I love this, and that's a classic trope, right? The cash cow and the family. I think he had Kieran Culkin too. This guy knew what he was doing, grooming his kids, getting them ready to be big, make money. And that's a classic case of mommy and daddy are super fucking rich. And they're like, well, we're putting your money away in a college fund.
Yeah, she looks like she is his mom. This guy looks like he is siphoning everything out of this mother and son.
It's not his real
yeah, it does not look like it's very possible that it is, but he is apparently such a scumbag.
It's hard to see it.
Maybe
in Kieran Culkin, but I don't see any Macaulay in there. There's a weird thing there with the DNA, but I mean, what a flex. And maybe at least in those times, one of the first cases that you saw kind of come out and get a lot of popularity and be in the tabloids was this battle. And just basically like
the dude looks strung out as fuck.
Fucking move to just be like, yeah, nope, you don't get my money anymore. My accountant gets my money and you don't fucking touch it.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, mom, dad, don't worry. I'll pay for the lawyer fees. I know you don't got it, so don't worry about it.
The Home Alone 2 money is mine.
Yeah, God, dude, that guy looks like strung out. The dad,
he does. He looks fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, but
it looks like he was hanging out with Courtney Love. That's what he looks like.
It's coming from a party,
right?
But yeah, you think something's one way. You adorable Macaulay Culkin, and all this money's probably being spent on whatever lavish shit his parents were just living the life, dude, living that shit.
Sweet, sweet Home Alone money.
Sweet. All right. Well, let's round it off. The 90s, 97 was kind of the shotgun start for everybody to start talking about Oprah Winfrey's late weight loss, which was always fun. Did she lose weight? Did she gain weight? Is Oprah skinny? Is Oprah fat? This was just kind of like the thing. And this was something that not only that the tabloids talked about, but I feel like Oprah herself just fucking doubled down on this image of, all the new diets she was trying, all the new things she was doing to lose weight. And for most of her career, as you see here, I mean, Oprah's just gone from like, I'm look how skinny I am, look how much weight I've lost to I love bread. I mean, that's just, I mean, she's come right out and be like, I fucking love bread, and we all love bread. Absolutely. But it's just funny how that became such a narrative, and there's always kind of a, it's a little touchy subject to talk about weight. And this was somebody that was all the time her weight was talked about in the news.
I think with the when she came out on her show, after she came back for losing a bunch of weight, and she came out with like, I used to wear these, pants, whatever, and she said something along the lines of like, with hard work and watching what I eat, like she basically said the like PC answer to how to lose weight. You got to know, and like she was starving herself, like had trainers, like she was pissed off that she could only eat like tuna out of a can and broccoli. Like there was no way in hell that like I'm not like shaming her or anything for losing weight because she wanted to, but the way in which she passed it off was like, all I did was eat, count my calories. Like, nah, you had worked, you had like an army of people helping you.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. And everything it was all bought and paid for. That's just everything that goes through her show. She's taking a little wet in her beak, taking a taste off of it. And and I think we were talking I think when we were talking pre-show, we even made the joke that like even in modern times nowadays, she's all like pro Ozempic, and she's just like, as much as I think she's tried everything, she's thrown everything at the wall, has tried it publicly as part of an entertainer on her show and stuff, and to kind of like live that life. But dude, yeah, I mean, when it comes down to like the struggles of a very rich and famous person to lose weight versus somebody watching the show, that's a night and day difference. You don't have and that's like that anybody today. It's like, it's anybody famous that you see make this transformation, bro. They have a crew of people cooking for them, yelling at them to work out. I mean, it's not a natural environment to how these rich ass people lose weight. Yeah.
It's just, it does not compute. Like, it's not like it's rules for thee, rules for me type of shit. Right. Like, it's too different.
It's way too different. And again, we just love bread too much. So sorry, I got to agree with you, Oprah. But yeah, Oprah, rounding off tabloids, tabs, 1997. Folks, that pretty much puts us at an end to our episode
in the books
to this year, 1997. We've had a fun time. We've done some wild, interesting shit, seen some crazy stuff. And yeah, I mean, this is what we do on the show. So continue to tune in. Every new episode is a new year with random categories. And dude, we have a blast. And this episode was no different than the others.
And like we said at the time of the show, you can check us out on YouTube, obviously, where this is. But if you want the whole full episode in its entirety, uncut, no breaks, all our sponsors, all the goodies, you can check us out on patreon.com/anachronology. For $5, you get all of that plus bonus content in the form of a new category, new segment every show. And if not, well, we just appreciate you hanging out and watching it as it is. So come back next time for another year with more goodies with my co-host Tom and myself.
Well put. Thank you for watching this episode 1997 Anachronology. It's about damn time, and we will see you next time in another place in another time.
See ya.
Bye-bye.